my gosh, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is November 15th. I am your fearless leader, Danny McCracken, and I am broadcasting from the home I am dog sitting at for the next few weeks. The dog is adorable. You'll probably hear him at some point. But I wanted to make sure that I hit all kinds of awesome things for you today. So whether you're watching us live in the Facebook groups or you're watching us live on YouTube live or you're watching it after the fact, it is totally okay because you want to get your notebooks because there's going to be some really awesome training from one of my friends. She's a top director. She's in my Bible study small group and she's amazing. And so, but before we do that, we're going to hit some awesome stuff here. So stand by, friends, because we have awesome stuff to share. So where are my windows? Here it is. And now we're going to start the slideshow from the current slide. There it is. Oh, my word. Hey, that's me. But what I wanted to do is make sure you guys got to hear about what killer weeks we have been having. Oh, my heavens. Last week, my friends, and when we talk about our recognition, we talk about it from Sunday through Saturday. So when I'm looking at Mr. Calendar here, just so you can get an idea, we are talking about November 5th through November 11th. As far as our recognition goes. And so now that that's being said, we've got to do some shout outs here for some fabulous wholesale orders that were placed last week. We had Jen Jackson place a 202 wholesale order. Yay, Jen! We had Amy Rich place a $288 wholesale order. Yay, Amy Rich! And our queen this week with a $700 wholesale order. The one and only Donna Haddock. Yay, Donna. Oh my gosh, she had some killer sales, you guys. And so I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But first, we're going to flip over to the queens of sales. And I'm just so proud of both of these gals that turned in their weekly accomplishment sheets because that's how I know they did it, right? Amy Rich sold $491 last week. And I'm betting that she will be able to share in one of the comment section areas as to how she did that. So good for you, Amy. I'm so proud of you. And then Donna Haddock, get this. I hope you're sitting down, you guys. This one has a big old comma in it. And it's a big number with a comma. Are you ready? Our queen, drum rolling here on the counter, with $5,235 goes to the fabulous Donna Haddock. Can you even imagine having a $5,000 week? Oh my gosh, Donna, when you watch this later or you're chatting about it later, I can't wait to have you share because I know how you did it. You had some really, really great customers need large quantities of items for the holidays. So please, please, please make sure that you share with us how you got that done because holy guacamole, Batman, that's amazing. So any of you that are asking, like, how do I submit my weekly accomplishments? Please ask so that we can show you, okay? And that'll be an easy, quick little tip and trick that we can show and share. But for now, we're going to go ahead and keep going. We would love to get some more new team members. Last month, we had a beautiful new team member added. Miss Brandy came to Donna. And we'll be talking to you guys about her, Brandy Powell. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. And she had her grand opening weekend. So she had some in person and some online and some into a Facebook group. And we are going to get her going here. She's already sold to several people. So I'm super proud of her. And if you guys can just make sure you get a word of encouragement her way, that would be awesome. And I also want to make sure you guys, if you didn't see the replay from last week, get in there and see it because it's the fall advance that the company put together and it was just knock your socks off. So please etch some time out if you didn't get to see it to watch it because it is absolutely worth your time. New consultants, we will have new consultants. I know we will. And when we do, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we recognize them and love on them and welcome them into our unit. But meanwhile, I think this is important to remind everybody because we've got several people that are ready to move up the career path and are a breath away. And so new beauty consultants start at that start here spot where they're going to make 50% on everything that they sell. They might have been a customer first. Sometimes they're not customers first, but either way, they're there and they're ready to rock and roll. And when they add 1 or 2 new team members, so they have either 1 or 2 on their team, and those gals have gotten active, they become a senior beauty consultant. And then they get 4% commission from the company. Their new team members are all still making 50% on everything that they sell, but they can also get a $50 bonus off of their team's first qualified order. Okay. Star Team Builder is the next step up. And that's where you get to see the gals in the red jackets. And oh my gosh, you guys, you've got to see the new red jackets for this year. If you haven't yet, it's time for you to check it out. Those are with 3, 4, or just 3 or 4 team members. That's right. And their commission can be anywhere from 4, 6, or 8%, depending on what the team's volume is for that month. And I want to challenge every single one of you with team members to have a goal of Club 2000, where you're looking to have your team be $2,000 or more in wholesale production, because that's where you start to make some really nice big girl pay in bonuses from the company, in addition to your own personal sales. Okay. Team leader is 5, 6, or 7 team members. And oh my golly, that is such a great spot because now the commission bonus percentage goes from 9 and 13%. So you can be up to 13% on your bonuses from the company. And then elite team member kind of evolved now. It's back to just 8 personals on your team that are all active or more. And at the elite team leader position, that's where you can go on target for your car and grow your team of 8 into a team of 16, I believe. And we're going to be talking about how you can earn your own career car a little bit later in the month, because it's time to share that. And then maybe you decide you want to have big girl pay, wear a cool suit like I do a lot of the time, and become an independent sales director. And that's taking your team of 8 and taking it up to 24. Those numbers are through the end of the seminar year, which means through June 30th. So I would love to see a little bit of everybody in our unit. I would love to see more seniors. I would love to see more star team builders and more team leaders. And I would love to see more elite team leaders. And I would love this year, you guys, to develop 3 offspring. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. That's the big goal, because I just think it's time. I want to empower you guys to be able to be even more than what you think you can be, because I know you can. So there's that. Next up, let's show this necklace. And right now we have 2 fabulous people who have earned this necklace, Donna Haddock and Deb Graham. They have both earned this beautiful, beautiful necklace. I saw it live and in person last Friday. It is gorgeous. So ladies, when you get yours, make sure you sport it and show it off, because people are going to talk about it and you're going to get compliments and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I earned this with my business. So good for you. All right. Star Consultant Quarter. We're 2/3 of the way right now through the Star Consultant Quarter. And so that means we've got until December 15th to get our numbers here. And so check out the Star Consultant program. There's an app for this, but you can also check it out on InTouch. And look at some of the prizes that you can get. You know, Mary Kay always said that if she gave cash prizes to her consultants, they'd spend it on like the power bill or groceries. And that's why she started the program, because she wanted it to be Cinderella type prizes. And it's evolved over the years. They had golden goblets years and years ago before I was in Mary Kay. And now, I mean, you guys, some of the greatest things I have in my home are Mary Kay Star prizes. And now you can accrue them. You can build the number. So if there's something really wild that you want, that's tons of points, you can have those points keep adding up and adding up and adding up. And you can go ahead and shop later on in the year or even next year. But just don't be afraid to look at those Star Consultant points. Okay. Don't forget about Seminar Awards. Seminar Awards. Oh my golly. You've got Queen's Court of Sharing, which is 24 unit members, or not, that's not true, 24 personal qualifieds. There we go. And if you're going to make the Princess Court of Sharing, that's 12 personal qualifieds. And if you're in the unit court of sharing, that's going to be 6 personal qualifieds. And that's really fun because you guys, the B is the key. And that's my goal this year. And I hope that some of you set that goal as well, because there's still plenty of time to reach that goal. Queen's Court of Sales, look at that big ring. Oh my gosh, if you would have seen it in person, you would have been like, OMK, it is so beautiful. You could also opt for the cash. One year I did opt for the cash, but the ring is so stinking beautiful. And that's $40,000 retail to earn that beautiful piece of recognition and prize from the company. $20,000 retail gets you in the Princess Court, and $10,000 retail gets you in the unit court. So look at your numbers, and if you're not sure where to look, let me know and I'll help you find it, because I want to see what it is you're working towards. What's your goal? What is it you want to hit this year? So just make sure that we talk about that. Team building, don't forget the red jackets. This is what I wanted to make sure I showed you. These beautiful red jackets. There's 3 different styles. Very different in style. So it really just takes on, your personality is going to be what brings these jackets to life. And they are the pattern, they are the style for the next 2.5 years. So just make sure that you check it out. And if you are in a red jacket, you can always get a second one. Maybe it's time to get a newer one to be more on trend. Or you could be like Danny and pick one you didn't like because you didn't want to be in it very long because you wanted to be in a director's suit. You could do that too. But you guys, do it. Get in your red jacket so that you can walk around and have this source of pride. You never have to worry about what you're going to wear to a meeting or a Mary Kay event again, because it's your red jacket. And usually it's like a white blouse and a black skirt, like the middle picture there. But, as you can see here, people do all kinds of crazy things now with it. But it's just such a great statement piece. And it's just a great testimony to the fact that you're working your business and adding new team members and showing them how to work their business as well. So don't forget, this is important. If you're a seasoned consultant and maybe you haven't added team members in a while, there's a whole new way to do that by sending out an agreement link. Like you can't do an Evite anymore like we used to do. It's a much simpler way to do it. And there's also new wording and new prices. So the eStart is $35. It comes with a lookbook, a welcome, the Great Start brochure, which is fantastic, and then a couple samples. That is the basic startup option that every new consultant will start with, regardless of what they choose from that point on. They get their Pro Pay for free. They also get their website for free for the year, okay? Then they can add on, if they want fries with that, they can pick the eStart Plus, which are all those samples there for $45, or if they want the Pro Start, and that is what used to be called the starter kit. We're not calling the starter kits anymore. It's the Pro Start, and it's got the beautiful bag, which is a newer version of the bag. And what you see there, they've changed out a couple products and put some great products in. They've got a new flip chart. They've got color cards. They've got, over $400 worth of products, you guys, for that $90. So when a consultant signs up, and I was so glad that Brandy was able to try this out. She signed up for her eStart, and she was able to go back a little over a week later and go in and order her Pro Start. And I'd never seen it be done before because we just started with this in September. And you guys, it was so super easy and user-friendly for a new consultant to do that. So they have 15 days from their start date. So from the date that they put their all their info in and pay that $35, they've got 15 days to add on the eStart Plus and or the Pro Start. Don't forget, today is the day that everybody can order new products, you guys. Winter 2023 is here. Oh my gosh. And everybody has been looking for those orange blossom sets from the fall, and they're gone. They've been gone. The lavender sets are in stock at the moment. The peach satin hand sets are in stock at the moment. Those are both limited edition, so we don't want to lose out on that. $36 is the same price point as the white tea and citrus and the fragrance free. And it's a lovely, lovely scent. That's the Orchard Peach Satin Hands Pampering Set. It also comes with a separate shea cream if you'd like for $12. The limited edition body care set is $30. It's Lavender Magnolia is the fragrance mist with the body lotion. Then don't forget you've had availability on these specific pieces for a little while now. It's our limited edition Mary Kay 60th anniversary trend collection. And those are your shadow palette for $32, the velvet lip crayons, $18 each, the nail polishes for $10 each, and then the on-trend bag for $5 with the purchase of $50 or more, okay? Don't forget, this is still available because one of our consultants took advantage of this today, and I went in and took a peek. It's the BOGO, the buy one, get one on the limited edition Mary Kay Masking Minis, which are the moisture renewing gel mask with the clear proof deep cleansing charcoal mask. $18 is your suggested retail price. Think about how you could maximize this for holiday, you guys. Oh my goodness, it would be so great. Don't forget, starting tomorrow, upcoming price adjustments on section 2 is coming. Nothing catastrophic, just be aware. And don't forget, if you're wanting to look at some holiday product videos, open house invites, gift tags, and stuff like that, there is the Holiday Hub on InTouch. Plus, there's some other places you can look as well, and I'll be posting some things. Don't forget about your champagne, sparkling, and rosé, $18 each on those eye colors. Oh my gosh, so lovely. The Mint Bliss lotion, if the fuzzy socks are out of stock, there is an option that I found on Amazon, especially if you're looking to do Adopt a Grandparent with us, or you're looking to do any kind of gnome selling of products. There's a link I'm going to make sure you guys get to see if that's what you're wanting to do with those leg lotions, if the socks are out of stock. It's been in and out. I saw one day it said it was out of stock. One day they were back in stock, and I'm not sure. So if you've got questions about that, let me know. Tons of resources for Pink Weekend, which is next weekend, my friends. So just keep that in mind. Check it out. And I'm going to also be sharing tons of things in the McCracken's Miracles Facebook group. And I'll also, anybody that maybe, if you're watching it on YouTube and you are not on Facebook, I'll send you all of the possible handouts that I've got. They're just like every hour, there's a different promo product that you can post during Pink Weekend if you like. And I'll share with you everything else that I've gotten and have used over the years so that you can really have some great sales next weekend. Diving into digital, I love how this is organized. Thank you, Amy Foster, for being so fabulous with Sparkle City LV. You've got your learning apps, your marketing apps, your ordering apps, and your selling apps. So these are your words to live by. And there's new education. We talked about that last week really quickly. And there's also ways to market your business and make sure that you've got yourself covered and putting out a good social presence all at the same time. And I am going to skip the video, but I do want to make sure you guys are able to see Shop My Party is a way that you can really help out getting more leads, more sales, managing your parties, and being able to see the hostess rewards. So when you've got somebody that is willing to get together with you and maybe a couple of friends, set it up as a Shop My Party. So anybody who can't be there in person can shop later and it can go towards your $500 party, your 2 bookings, and being able to get your hostess $100 in free product. I wanted to make sure you guys saw these dates and locations for Career Conference. These are the ones, depending on where you're watching from, you can see where the closest one to you might be. There's only 6 local sites. There might be other ones that some national sales directors put together. But for me personally, Long Beach, California is the closest one to where we are. However, if there's a lot of you in an area, I may be able to pick a different one. So we'll have to see there, huh? This is something that you can use with your customers. If they watch that short 3-minute and 38-second video, and you have a quick little conversation about what impressed them the most about that video, Community of Confidence, that one. Then you give them this, which is their year's worth of savings, $250 plus, and they each month there's a different piece of savings. And I'll make sure that you guys can have that to share if you don't. But I also wanted to make sure you saw that when you're a star consultant for the second quarter, you and your guests get to be a part of this next trend report and new Mary Kay products. And I know that not everybody was able to be on first quarter. We did have a couple of our consultants earn and be a star with us, and they were able to see it and they loved it. I loved it. It was so wonderful. So you want to just etch out that date, Thursday, December 28th, and you want to work towards being a star, you guys. Even if you have $0 in right now, you can be a star even by the end of this month with the way we set up Pink Friday weekend. Take the Turkey Trot Challenge, you guys. If you can do any of these spots in here, if you color 6 spaces, I'll give you a coffee card. If you do 12 spaces, I'll give you some thank you notes. Woo! If you get 20 spaces, you're going to get a travel roll-up bag along if you also do a 650 wholesale. So just make sure you check out all the ways there that you can win. I'm looking at the dog. I'm wondering if the dog ate something the dog shouldn't have eaten. Anyway, and if you don't want to color and you'd rather just do it this way, the recipe for holiday success. Wow, that looked very strange there up at the top. This is really great because you can mix together 13 ingredients, mix together 23 ingredients, or mix together 33 ingredients. And if you are a super high achiever, do both. Do the color sheet and the recipes for success, because I think that you guys will be very pleased when you do that. So let's go ahead and see what else I've got here. I wanted to show you, this was the training piece that I wanted to make sure you guys got to see. So I've got to just get things set up here so I could do it here. Let's not save for right now. And let's do this. My friend Michelle is in we have a sales directors. There's like over 350 of us that are up pretty early on a Tuesday morning for our Bible study group. And then they take us and put us in these little small groups. And my small group, I really like these ladies a lot. I've only been in it a short period of time, but oh my gosh, they're such good people. And so what I wanted to do was share her training that she gave yesterday. And it's how to grow your business with unlimited leads. So get ready, get your pencils out, and we're going to do some listening. It's loading, you guys.
Business. So I'm going to dive on in. I'm going to put my glasses on. I have some notes and I want to make sure that I stick to them so that I don't miss anything, because I can get all excited and go over here and go over there. So I don't want to do that with all of you tonight. So my name is Michelle Foley. I'm a sales director in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Oh, Faith is on. Okay, good. So I'm in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've been in Mary Kay since 1997 and a sales director since 2007. And so time just flies on by when we're having fun, right? So let me get started. The first thing I want to do is I want you to envision that you're watching TV, and I think all of you will know this commercial, okay? And this is how it goes. Picture yourself watching. Ready? Somewhere between the Mayan ruins, the ice skating rink, the horseback riding, and the rock wall, it hits you. This is way more than a cruise. See for yourself at royalcaribbean.com. And this is my favorite part. And get out there. So ever since that commercial hit, oh, Christine is here. Hi, Christine. Ever since that commercial hit, when they would say, get out there, it was just like my buzzword, get out there, get out there. So now I want you to do another visualization for yourself. Somewhere between signing up for Mary Kay, some of you signed, some of you did it on the computer. Somewhere between signing up for Mary Kay, the skincare, the products, and all that pink, it hits you. This is way more than a lipstick company. See for yourself, change your thinking, conquer your fears of getting leads, and get out there. So I want to share with you how to get out there. Okay. So I'm going to break it up into two different sections. I want to talk to new consultants first. So and let's back up. Who feels like I just want to relaunch? Because you can relaunch, right? If you feel like I'm kind of stuck, I don't have leads. People will say to me, I don't have any leads. I don't know where to go. And I can't even imagine, because I just look for leads everywhere. But if you are one of those people that you say, I'm just stuck, I want to relaunch, you can do that. So the cool thing about Mary Kay is we can relaunch. We always talk about January 1, it's a new calendar year. I'm going to relaunch my business. Or July 1st, it's the brand new Mary Kay year. I'm going to relaunch my business. Well, ladies, the cool thing is you can relaunch today. You can make a switch tonight and relaunch starting tomorrow with just one of these ideas, or as many as you want to run with, but don't get overwhelmed. Okay. So because you're an entrepreneur, you can relaunch anytime. And remember what Mary Kay said, bookings are the lifeline of our business. So how many of you have things on your books? Or is it a snowstorm where it's completely white out in your calendar? So you need to get some bookings, you need to get some new leads, and you need to get going and get out there with your business. So I'm going to talk to new consultants first. When you're a new consultant, we usually say you want to start off with your family and friends. Okay. So an example for me, when I started, my aunt recruited me. She had all my family. I'm an only child. She did give me my mom. But my whole family was gone. So she already had those customers, which was great. So I needed to look at friends and some other ideas. So what I tell my new consultants is pretend you are getting married, or pretend you are graduating from high school or college and you're going to have the biggest party ever. And you want to write down everyone that you would invite, everyone. Okay. So make a list, and you should have an ongoing list at all times. I know that I call them God winks. If I'm driving down the highway and I think of somebody, that's a God wink. Gosh, I've never offered her, if they brought up Mary Kay with her, that is a God wink. And you need to write down that name, or, push the button on your phone and say, remind me to call Sally Sue, and make sure you have that on your list. So on that list, you're going to pretend you are getting married, graduating from high school. You got that whole list. Okay. Of course, you have your family, and that includes your aunts, your cousins, your extended family, brothers, sisters, aunts, all of that. What about college friends? What college friends have you not thought about in a long, long time? What high school friends have you thought about or not thought about in a long, long time? So the first one we talked about, second is family, third, college, fourth, coworkers. Who do you work with? Are you being a secret Mary Kay consultant and you're not even telling anybody at work? Get out there, talk to them, right? My favorite is social media. Social media, whether that is Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, whatever it is, there are people there. So for instance, I have over 2,000 friends on Facebook. Have I offered a Mary Kay facial to each one of them? No. A lot of them are Mary Kay friends, right? They're already, taking care of themselves, or they're consultants of other people, other directors, but there's still people that maybe I've been too chicken to ask. And so make sure that you are thinking about that. The other thing on Facebook that I love to do is every day, if you will look on the right-hand side, it will tell you who's having a birthday. And so I always send a birthday message to anyone that's my friend and send them a birthday message. Now, I don't approach them about Mary Kay on their birthday. They probably have stuff going on, but I wait a day or two and then I send a private message. If I don't know if they've ever been pampered with Mary Kay, I will send a message saying, happy birthday month. I'm not sure if you've ever tried Mary Kay or not. if you do not have a consultant, I would love to send you a pampering package, or I would love to offer you a free facial in my home or your home, whatever it is. So that's a quick way to do leads. The other thing is, as you new consultants are working with people, you want to get referrals as well. Okay. And I learned this last week from Angel Fry. She's number 5 this year, and she's a $1 million director. And I had to steal this idea because she shared it, and we share ideas. She's like, who? So she ordered a little owl. Who do you know that would like to get pampered? Who do you know that would like to get a pampering package? Who do you know? And so I have this out. I did my my first round of holiday open house this weekend, and I have this at my little checkout station to remind me to ask them, who do you know, right? Who do you know? And so new consultants, as you get going on those ideas, then you want to make sure and ask for referrals and who do they know, and make sure they know you're not going to stalk them or, hassle your friends. You're just going to offer a pampering package or a free facial. That's it. Okay, so now I am going to go on to consultants and directors. Okay, so those 5 tips were for new consultants. Now we're going to get into some nitty gritty. So if you are already a consultant, you have customers, right? So you might have, if you're a baby consultant, maybe you have 10 customers on your preferred customer list, or that's all you've even facialed. Go to those 10 customers and say, who do you know? And say something like, I really am trying to focus on growing my business. Who do you know that would love to be pampered? And then again, follow through with that, however you want to say it, about offering a pampering package or offering a facial. Then you could turn it into a party as well. So that's number 1, is start with your current customers. Number 2, at your parties, ask for referrals. So we always have everyone fill out the profile card, right? Have them turn it over, and there's a spot on here of who do they know. So maybe make it a game. You can do a ticket game. The first person that gives me 5 gets something. The first person that gives me 10, play some music. You can do all kinds of ideas, but make sure that you're asking who do they know, and then you can follow up with those people. Okay, so handing out business cards. All right, so I guess my business cards got moved, but how many of you have been to the store? Time to be honest. Oh, there's a sharp person over there, and I know I should offer her my business card. And so you go over and you're like, hey, you are so pretty, or I love your purse, or whatever. I'm with Mary Kay, and I just want to give you my business card. And you give her your business card, and then you do this. Because you're chicken. You don't get her name and number. So we don't want you to be chicken. Okay. So you need to get the names and numbers. When I was a baby consultant, I heard that they had said for Mary Kay, I used to carry a little notebook in my purse. And Mary Kay always said, have a fancy pen and pull out your little notebook, open it up, and give them the fancy pen and have them write down their name and number. And then say, I would love to offer you a free facial. Put your name and number and I'll call you. Especially like a cashier. I'll call you when you're not working, right? But have a fancy pen and a cute little notebook in your purse. Or what I tend to do is say, hey, can I get your name and number? Can I just text you right now? And I'll text you a copy of my business card. And so I go in, she puts in her number, and I save it with her name. And then I immediately text her a business card, just a picture of my business card that I have saved in my photos. So make sure you're getting names and numbers. Now, the second thing, it's not fun to just collect the names and numbers. You have to follow up. Right? Don't promise them a free pampering and then never call them. So you have to follow up. Okay. Talked about the notebook and the fancy pen. All right. I'm going to move on. Number 4, hand out lookbooks. So again, Angel Fry, she challenges everyone to buy 60 lookbooks. 60. How much do they cost us? 45 cents, right? 45 cents. Pack of 10 is $4.50. Get 60 of these and hand them out. Hand them out. Bless people. These are beautiful. It looks like a magazine, right? And so who wouldn't want to take a look and say, if you already have a Mary Kay person, give this to someone that doesn't and pass it on, pass it on, pass it on. So keep these in your purse. You're going to the doctor's office. I was at the hospital with Steve last week, passing out books, passing out goodie bags, and just pass them out with your business card. Staple it on, put time-wise samples inside. You can do all kinds of things. So pass out lookbooks. Number 5 is hand out samples. One of my consultants does a lot of doctor's appointments and hospital visits. You guys, she carries a sample bag, all kinds of little samples inside, and she gives them out to the nurses. She sells miracle sets and repair kits in the waiting room. She will hand them the sample and a lookbook, and then they go back, and then they come back out to the waiting room and are like, how can I order? How do I get this? And so she will write out a ticket, and then she'll say, you know what? I put a couple of sets of miracle sets in my car. I'll run out and get them, and I'll bring them back in. She gets their name and number, and they pay her. They pay her. Like, it's so cool. And so that's a quick way to get customers as well. Number 6 is community events. Everywhere you go, take things with you. There's a lot of community events going on right now with the holidays. So I'm going to be doing my grandkids' Christmas concert. So I'm going to have samples and things in case I run into someone that I want to bless with a little bag, right? So community events, and then of course, get their name and number. Number 7, do you have a Mary Kay Facebook business page? So a Mary Kay Facebook business page, you need to go on to In Touch and they'll tell you how to set that up. They are, they're okay as far as I'm concerned. It's okay. A business page means that people can follow you. They can like scroll and go, oh, I kind of want to see what she's doing. You don't know really who's following you, but sometimes they will post. So whatever I post in my VIP group, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, I also post on my business page because you never know who is following you there. Okay. You can post things on your business page for the public to see. If they choose to follow you, they have made the decision to follow you. So a Mary Kay business page. Okay, my favorite is the Mary Kay VIP page. VIP. So you will have a private, has to be private, lock it down, private, so you're not stealing customers from anyone. You set up a private VIP page. It should not have the word Mary Kay in there. I think mine is called Michelle's VIPs, and it's like, love the skin you're in. The cool thing about a Mary Kay Facebook page, Facebook group, is that you can add people. You can like, it'll show you all 2,000 of my friends, and I can go, oh, I want her. And then you hit invite. And then I can skip over all the people that are already in Mary Kay, and I can go down and like, oh gosh, I forgot to add her in. And so add them in. You can force them into your group. They can, of course, say no, but at least in a VIP group, you have control of who you're inviting, which makes it so good. There you can do fun makeovers. On Mondays, I try to do Makeup Monday, where I'll talk about blush or some kind of color or glamour. And then on Wednesday, I call it Wisdom Wednesday, and I get into the nitty gritty about skincare, supplements, things like that. And then, of course, any kind of sales, open house. Over the weekend, I was posting pictures of my $5 table, my $10 table, things I had on sale, things that are new, all that kind of stuff. I have to tell you a story about the VIP group. So it was like 2 days before Mary Kay's anniversary. And I thought, I really should do something. I should do something for Mary Kay's anniversary. So I came up with the idea, and I went to my VIP group and I said, Michelle's going to do a daily sale in celebration of Mary Kay's huge 60th anniversary. There will be a daily special. Watch for my daily special. And then I sent out a mass text to all of my customers too. So there were like 800 customers that got the text. You guys, they were on it. They were on it. And I had prayed for abundance. I'm like, God, I need some abundance in my business. Well, I did everything around $60. So I had 12 of the TimeWise 3D sets that retail for $120. Our cost was $60. I thought I need to move those because I want to get the new ones in and get my customers switched over to the new TimeWise set. And so that was my first special, $60 Miracle Set 3D. I sold all 12 of them immediately. The next day, I took a look. What do I have excess in inventory? So for me, I have a house in Florida and I have a house here. So trying to manage my inventory is a little tricky. I don't want to have too much at either place because I'm going to be there for 6 months, here for 6 months. So I thought, I have way too many satin handsets. So I decided to offer them at 60% off. Now, yes, that is 10% less than I paid. But my thought was they'll probably buy something else. And they did. And then the next day, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So remember, I had set everything on the 60 for the 60th anniversary. I had prayed for abundance. What do you think God did? I sold just shy of $6,000 in 7 days. So it was so funny. 60th anniversary, $60 or 60% off items, $6,000. Okay. So that's the power of your VIP group. The other cool thing was I had people that had not ordered in like 5 years. I still texted them anyway, and they ordered. And then when I delivered to their office, I took goodie bags and I took lookbooks and I dropped them off like at offices, made sure I dropped off 5, 10 of those and samples as well. So another thing you can do, you can have multiple VIP groups. I've got one for Florida and I've got one for Iowa. So my one in Florida, I have it separate so that if I'm doing events in Florida and I want to just invite my Florida people, I can do that. So you can have multiple VIP groups. Okay, number 9, when reorders come in. Hi, Faith. Oh, yes, I do have your cleanser and moisturizer. Do you need anything else? And I'm really trying to grow my business, Faith. Who do you know that would love to get some pampering? I'm really trying to grow. Do you have any friends that we haven't talked about before that would like a little blessing bag, would love to get a free catalog in the mail? So ask at your reorder time. Okay, number 10. This one's huge. Vendor shows. Vendor shows. I cannot stress enough vendor shows. I want to say I've done hundreds because it feels like it in my 26 years in Mary Kay. They work, you guys. They work. They work. You cannot sell at vendor shows. So if you've not heard this before, do not ever, ever, ever sell. Promise? Scout's honor, do not ever sell. You can have a beautiful display. You can give away maybe a satin handset or something to get their name and number, but do not sell. I have had so many people say, well, I just buy my makeup at a vendor show when somebody's going out of business. No, you don't know how old it is, if it's contaminated, if it's stolen. No. So do not sell. Be Mary Kay, go give and do not sell. You are there to get new names. So I've done hundreds of these. And the key is to get the name. I'm going to tell you what I say. So at vendor shows, I challenge all of you who go to one, even if you're just going to one to shop, take a look at how this works. You will have people that are selling things that will be sitting at their table on their phone. Not me. I am up, standing up. I am in my beauty coat or something nice. I'm in a skirt with heels, usually the only person with a skirt. And I say, hi, are you familiar with Mary Kay products? And they'll go, oh yeah, years ago. And I'll say, oh my goodness, we just celebrated our 60th anniversary. That is a showstopper, guys. They will stop and go, really? 60 years? Yes. And we are still a family-owned business and all of our products are made in the USA. That's what I say. And then I say, and I'm doing a giveaway if you would like to sign up. So I did this over the weekend. I went to a vendor show that I'd never been, and actually it was their first one. There were so many people at this vendor show. There was someone else selling cosmetics kind of across from me. I only came home with 8 names. So was I going to let that bother me? No. It was only from 9 to 2. So not that big of a deal. I had fun. And this is my favorite saying: God can only bless my work when I give him work to bless. He saw me out there. He blessed me with 8 new names, 8 people who had lost their consultant. The first customer, I texted all of them the next day, because when I met them, I said, oh my gosh, I'm having an open house at my home next weekend. I'm going to text you my invite. And they're like, great. First customer bought $48. Second customer came and bought $135. So my cost of my table, I'm going to talk about return on investment in a minute. My cost to do the vendor show is $50. I've already sold 183. So already made my investment. I've already made more than I had invested in the event, right? And I still have 6 people to follow up with that are invited this weekend to my open house. And then, of course, offering facials to them. Okay. So that is what I say at vendor shows. That's how interactive I am. I'm not going to sit there and just sit back, because people, they're just going to fly right by. So a lot of people, you could tell they aren't even taking care of their skin, and they walked on by, or they said, no, thank you, and walked on by, and that's okay. But the ones that were looking for me, one lady actually said, you're the reason I came here, is because I can't find anybody that does Mary Kay. and she was the first one to come to my open house. All right. So number 11, holiday open houses. Are you doing a holiday open house? My house, the whole thing is like Mary Kay exploded in here. I had it Friday and Saturday. I'm doing it next Friday and Saturday. And here's another idea. My neighbor just started selling jewelry. And so she's like, Michelle, we should do an event together. We are doing a full-blown vendor show with our neighbors, and we're going to, put it out there for the public. It's called a Cotton Candy Christmas, because our good friend from New Orleans is going to make fresh beignets and bring her cotton candy machine. Now, how fun is that? How fun is that? So, think creatively about doing events with a good friend that sells something else. But open up your home. Let them see your home. I love having everything here so I don't have to haul it anywhere, right? Okay, number 12, think about a chamber of commerce. Chamber of Commerce might be in a small town. It might be in a big town. I joined the Chamber of Commerce in Florida. It is fabulous. They have weekly meetings. I get to do a 60-second commercial about my Mary Kay business. I get to hand out business cards. They have a pile on the table. People can go by, take business cards. Of course, I have samples. I have books in my purse at all times. Quick way to get new things. They even have once a month a professional women's group that is part of the chamber that I get to be a part of. So Chamber of Commerce. I know Norma Leach, who's on my team. She's involved in Women of Fredericksburg. So it's another kind of thing. Number 13, networking groups. You guys, I've made thousands of dollars on networking groups. I'm involved in 3. So a networking group is check around your community, see if there already is one. If not, start your own. So when we bought our house in Florida, we got down there, we got quarantined. Well, I'm a people person. I got to be around people. So I was doing video, all kinds of stuff. But I knew that I wanted to start building my business in this new community in Florida. So I went to some for sale groups. We have all those for sale groups on Facebook. And I said, is there a holiday Florida networking group? Nope. But you should start one. So I did. And so what I did is I put a note out saying, I'm starting a holiday Florida networking group. We met at a restaurant. How you run these is super simple. There are no dues. Some of them have dues, but you don't have to. You want to link yourself to business people. And so the goal of a networking group is you all get together once a week, every other week, once a month, whatever you decide. You all get to do like a 60-second commercial about your business. And then you share business cards and you share leads. And at the end you say, so I will talk about Mary Kay. I got fuzz for my little owl. Sorry. And I'll say a good lead for me. And this is what I say. Anyone with skin, I am in. Right? Men, women, doesn't matter. So anyone with skin, I am in. And so then I'm in one where a physical therapist was the speaker. So somebody can be a speaker that week. But that's how you can start your own networking. So think about realtors, insurance people, bankers. There's a guy in ours that's the owner of one of the biggest car dealerships. And so he comes. And so all these people will be able to give you leads and you will give them leads. Look at my beautiful smile. I got braces at age 50 because I was in a networking group and I met a new dentist. Her first question to me was, do you love your smile? I said, no, I don't. She goes, well, let's fix it. I'm like, how do I do that? So my whole life has changed because of some of the networking group. I actually always speak at my biggest networking group in November. I spoke last Tuesday. So it was so funny. I had my trunk show bag for doing my vendor show on Saturday. I left it in the car so I could speak at the networking group on Tuesday. All of them are already my friends. I sold $502 as I was speaking. People were, they wanted order forms. And as I was showing the repair kit or showing all the different products, $502 before I left. And even the waitress bought stuff again this year from me. So that's networking groups. Okay. Nursing homes. So how many of you love to have a servant heart and go to nursing homes? I know Faith does, and Norma and Pam. So I love to go to nursing homes. When you go there with a servant heart to just bless the people in a nursing home by doing satin lips, doing a lipstick kiss event, doing satin hands. Satin hands is the most common one to do. God can only bless your work when you give him work to bless. Go in thinking, I'm not going to sell anything today because that's not your goal. Your goal is to bless people. But sure enough, God will show up. God will show up with nurses buying something or a nurse saying, I lost my consultant, etc. I'm going to do a shout out to Pam again. She did her first event last week. And I told her, go in and just be a blessing to them. She sold $156 before she left. She did satin hands. She was smart and put some in a bag, not expecting to sell. And then they called her the teacher of the week and they had her come back this past week again. And so go in with that servant heart. The next one I want to talk about that I just kind of created is Girl Scout troops. So I have a friend who is a Girl Scout leader and I have a heart for young girls because young girls will listen to us. They're not listening to their mom. And I've had all these moms calling saying, Michelle, will you do a party for my 10, 11, 12-year-olds? I've had a ton of those parties since I got back here in July. And so those young girls are looking. And so I contacted the Girl Scout leader. And I said, I went online and I found some patches. Look at this, you guys. How adorable is this? Can you see where it says beauty? Look at that. These were like $1 something. So I ordered 25 of them. I went on a Friday night when they were having their Girl Scout event. They have this thing called the Amaze Path. Amaze Path. They have to do a class that entails this. It's about working through the maze of their life. And that's where the maze or amaze comes in. I got to talk about good hygiene. You know, when the girls are about that age and they don't want to wash their hair every day. So I talked about the importance of washing your hair every day or every other day. And then we did botanical effects facials. We did satin hands. We did satin lips. I gave them all a look card to take home. They earned their patch from me at the very end. We did silly photos. I had some props that we used. I talked about anti-bullying and made them pinky swear that if they don't like to be on, that they will not pick on someone else. And so that's near and dear to my heart from being bullied when I was little. And so we talked about all those things. Then I had them fill out a profile card, give me your address. The reason I wanted their address is I wrote them on my card stationery. Kendall, me help you with your first Mary Kay facial. I hope you remember it forever. I wanted it to touch the little girl's heart to get something in the mail. And how cool is the mom going to think? Wow, that lady sent a thank you. And of course, I had little goodie bags for them to take home, a charcoal mask and a lip gloss sample. And then I had big goodie bags, the Mary Kay bag with a lookbook and timeline samples for the moms, right? And so those all went out with them. So these, like I said, you can get these on an emblem company, but that was super fun. Okay. Adopt a grandparent. I sell 140 of these a year. 140. These are our Mint Bliss and the socks, and then my granddaughter wraps them up and we do these. So I have so many customers that adopt these. They are I put them at 13 this year. So that I don't have to do anything with tax. I'm not doing the $12.84 or whatever, just $13. And so now people have been doing it for so long that they are starting to refer people to me. In fact, somebody in Vegas last night sent it out to all of her friends. And so now I'm getting all these Venmos that I don't even know who these people are. And so I'm going to be able to Venmo them back a message on Venmo asking if they would love to be pampered. Okay. Moving right along. Host parties in your home. Oh, wait, I skipped. Buying and selling on Marketplace. So one of the directors that was at my class last week said, Michelle, I have another idea for your list. If any of you are buying and selling on Marketplace, you're buying something for your home or you're selling a home item or selling an old dress or something, think about giving a goodie bag to that person. You've already got their cell phone number because you're meeting them or they're coming to your house. So give them a lookbook, give them a sample, and then make sure you're offering them a facial. And then this is what I do. If somebody gives me the name of someone and then they order from me, I give them $5 credit. So if Sally's, thank you so much, Jenny ordered, so I'm putting $5 credit on your account for your next order. That's what I do. I don't do it for a list of names. You can give, $5 off if they give you 10 names. I just want to make sure that the names and the numbers are real. You don't want somebody just filling out fake names and numbers. So be careful with that. Host your own parties in your home is number 18. So invite customers to bring a friend, do facials. I usually start off with skincare. And then it's all about the base, of course, foundation parties, spa parties, perfume parties, the list goes on and on. Mask Me, New You, Holiday Glam Session, like all the parties that we can do. And then hand out samples and surveys. So you can go on Mary Kay in Touch. They have some little postcard-like surveys that you can hand those out too. Okay, I want to tell you now a little bit about ROI. So if you're in business, you know what ROI is, return on investment. And I touched on it with my vendor show that I did the other day. I want to give you 4 examples of how ROI has worked for me because I'm kind of thinking about it like, okay, I went and did that event. Was it successful? Okay. So my first one is I did a Boy Scout event in Independence, Iowa in 2000. There were 10 vendors. We had 8 shoppers come through. 8. That's it. Just 8. One of them became a customer that day. And now 23 years later, she's still ordering. Her name is Kelsey. So God can only bless my work when I give him work to bless. So that one customer is still ordering from me. The next one I want to talk about is flying home from Dallas. Came home from seminar. I think I was probably still in my director outfit, the director suit. I had a slamming bag. I was looking good, right? As we do. And I sat down with an older lady flying from Dallas back to Iowa. And we started talking. And she's like, what do you do? I said, I'm with Mary Kay. She said, I think my daughter-in-law likes Mary Kay. I'm like, well, do you know if she has a consultant? I don't know, but can I have your card? Sure. So I gave her my card. I didn't get her name and number. She was not interested, but she wanted to give my card to Sabrina. So Sabrina, let me tell you what has happened. And I did this for a class that I taught a while back. So this was in 2014. So Sabrina started ordering from me. So did her daughter, Brianna. And then she had a party, and her mom and the mother-in-law that was on the plane with me. And then this is how it exploded. So Sabrina, and this does not include their 2022, 2023 orders. So far, Sabrina has ordered $2,890. Brianna has ordered over $300. Her mom has ordered over $100. It led me to a coworker named Rachel who ordered, and then her mom ordered over $600. That led me to Rachel was getting married, so I offered to do her bridal party. They came here to my house. It was over $600. I showed her what it would be like if she joined, so she became a new consultant. Down the road, like 6 months ago, I went to her nursing home because she is a nursing home activities person. I did a party with all the ladies. We did satin hands, and she sold over $300 that day and did another order. So that's how Rachel, she's still on my team. Brianna got married. So this person, now I got to do her daughter's wedding makeup and the whole bridal party. And the cool thing is, these 140 that I sell every year, Sabrina's an office manager at a nursing home. So because of her, I had the thought of doing this. And so when we take a look at that, the last 4 years, 140 mint bliss and socks for 4 years. It is $1,680 a year, which is $6,720 in sales from the one business card to somebody on a plane. Okay. So I hope the wheels are turning for you. That one business card can explode, right? Okay, next one. I used to buy David's Bridal leads. I think David's Bridal has now closed, but I used to get the leads, and I would do a mass email out. So a girl named Heidi got a mass email, and she's like, Mom, do you think this is real? This lady said she will do bridal party free facial. And her mom's like, well, call her, see what she says. So I booked a party with Heidi, and it was a $668 party. Then Nicole did a party, which was over 600, and 6 new customers and continued sales. Then Courtney had a party over $600, and then Courtney joined. And then Courtney's sister, Sarah, joined. And then she was a star consultant 3 times. And then she kept telling me about their special aunt, Norma Leach. Many of you know Norma Leach. Norma joined. Norma has been the #1 person on my team for 8 years in a row. She's been in the Princess Court for 3 years, National Court of Sales once. Norma recruited Judy, then came along Kinsley, Whitney, Debbie, Brandy, Tamara. And so way back when I had done a summary, one lead that was sent out by email was 3 parties totaling $1,933, 9 recruits, 4 star consultants, 2 red jackets. It was over $13,000 from that one email that went out. Okay, so craziness, right? But that's because I'm like thinking back and tracking back on what I have done and how I got to it. The next thing is I want to touch really quickly on the new Facebook plan that's going on. So many of you may have heard about in the Mary Kay world, 2 directors. It's a mother-daughter, Mary Catherine King and her daughter, Sarah. So I was trying to figure out this party, trying to figure it out. And I spent like 4 hours one day trying to figure it out. But I'm one of those where don't give me a manual on how to do it. I just have to jump in. So I selected a customer of mine who always seems to be needing money or looking for discounts if I'm having a sale. And I said, Heather, would you do a Facebook party with me? She goes, okay, sure, but I don't know if it'll be successful. I said, you just invite the people, let me do the rest. So I did this at the same time I was having my 60th anniversary party. She invited 200 people on Facebook. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? 200 people, 60, remember? I prayed for abundance. 60 people joined that party. 11 of them ordered. It was over $600 party. And so 60 minus 11, I still have 49 that I'm working with to try to get to come for facials. So that was a huge way to get leads, a huge way by doing the Facebook party. But there's a lot of follow-up, right? And so I have to be dedicated to do the follow-up. Okay, I'm done. I am done, but I want to now shift your brain, shift your brain, shift your brain. In summary, picture yourself 6 months from now, somewhere between my new influx of leads after I made a decision to relaunch, my new facials, my new parties, my Facebook parties. It hits me. I am building a successful business with a strong customer base, and I am stronger because I got out there. I got out there. So I challenge all of you, take one idea, take however many, and get out there. Get out there. People are buying. People are buying. Oh my gosh. Stuff is flying off my shelf because I'm out there. I'm inviting people into my little group. I'm doing a servant heart, which is what Mary Kay wanted us to do, is to get out there. Get out there. Okay, I am done. Oh, Faith, I apologize. I went way over my 30 that I was planning. Let's see if there's any questions for anyone, from anyone. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. So Faith, thank you. Love you so much. Thank you for letting me share. I hope and pray that one thing that I said will help each of you in some way, even if it gives you a little dose of confidence. If you're watching it on the replay, post any questions that you have. I'm always happy to answer. And I know so many of you, so many of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I wish you a lovely, wonderful Thanksgiving. I wish you lots of blessings in your business. And as Christmas comes about, just praying for all of you to have Christmas blessings as well.
Oh my gosh, you guys, what I can't wait for is for you to share your feedback on this. She gave so many different ideas. And so here's what I wanted to tell you. A confused mind does nothing. So I don't want you watching all of that training and being completely just blown away by all of the different ideas. What I'd like for you to do as you've watched it or rewatched it, rewind, listen to it again, is go back and grab a couple, one or two, or no more than 3 at a time, and make those be your focus so that you can get the ball rolling, get the lead generation idea referrals started, because that helps sustain your business. And I think that's a really great thing. So it's not just about getting the sales and getting the people. There's a really great quote that I wanted to talk about. Zig Ziglar has the quote, but I'm going to wait to tell you the actual quote, but I'll do it this way. Let's see, what Zig Ziglar said was, if people like you, they'll listen to you. But if they trust you, they'll do business with you. Trust is ambiguous and sometimes vague. No one can tell you exactly where it comes from or how it's growing. It can be difficult to get suppliers, customers, and employees to trust you, but success is crucial without it. Maybe this represents an important step to grow your business more than sales. Therefore, you can say that it's easier to grow and nurture your customers or your company if you have others to trust you. So your company, your business is Mary Kay, and Zig Ziglar was that. Those words, anything that you find quotes about from Zig Ziglar are great. Og Mandino, also great. Mary Kay Ash, also great. So what I want you to do is this week kind of map out, what do you want to have happen for your sales next week for Pink Weekend? That's going to be, from Pink Friday all the way through Cyber Monday. How are you going to broadcast that out. Check on the Facebook groups. There was a really cool checklist that got posted on Monday for you as far as how to go about advertising it to your customers. I'm going to be posting, there's suggested sales on specific items that you can program in, at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock. And all they have to do to claim it is say, sold. And that way, at the end of the day, you can write up their sales tickets of all the different specials if you don't want to offer blanket specials throughout the day. So those are some options for you too. But here's the thing. In order to have successful sales in these next 2 weeks, we got to take that first step. And I know that you can. Adopt a Grandparent, you guys, it's the bread and butter of our unit at this time of year. It's one of the biggest things that we do. And so if that is something that you're like, hey, tell me more about that. Our price point is different because we put 2 products, but basically we have a little gnome this year that we're using. And so we're putting Mint Bliss lotion inside, or not Mint Bliss lotion. Let me try that again. Yeah, Mint Bliss lotion. And then we're putting a lip balm inside. So you could do it with a lipstick. You could do it with a, discontinued lip balm as long as it's not expired. Do you know what I mean? And we sell it for $25. That way people can purchase it. And so I am going to resend the Adopt a Grandparent information that I send out every year. It's not too late to get started, but we also don't have a ton of time because we want to make sure that we get all of our orders in plenty of time for us to get delivered to the nursing homes. And if you're not in the Vegas area, you absolutely can still be a part of this project with us, because we just find a local nursing home that's near you that you want to be able to contact and help spur on. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking because we went over time a little bit tonight, but you guys, it's so powerful. The way to just get out there. And now that COVID's over, we have got to get uncomfortable. We've got to become comfortable being uncomfortable, my friends, because that's the only way that growth is going to happen. We got to get outside of that comfort zone. Have $1 million week, you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.